Hello, good evening, morning, afternoon, night, wherever the heck you are listening from and to the That Peacocks podcast, episode 2. I'm Josh.
I'm Jake.
I'm Dan.
And the room smells of chicken, lads. I do apologise. We do have a guest with us as well. I bought another chicken tinger. If you've seen the TikTok at Taunton Town FC on TikTok, you would have seen that I did a sort of piece to camera about food. And it's from the burrito bus, and it is a chicken tinger burrito. It's amazing. I've bought another one. Anyway, enough about my dietary habits and things like that. We've also got a guest with us, Lewis Wiseman from the County Gazette. Lewis, how you doing?
Yeah, good. Thanks for having me on.
No worries at all.
We have sort of ambushed you, really, Lewis. You were doing an interview with, I think, our groundsman, and we just came along, almost just sort of chucked something over your head, bundled you into a room, and said, "We're doing a podcast. Here's a cup of tea." But there we go. You're happy to do it, yeah? You wrote a nice little piece about us, actually.
Yeah, that's it.
It was.
Get some more awareness for you guys.
Yeah, it was very exciting. I like doing interviews. I gave myself the handle of Chief of Podcast Press after doing that. So that was quite exciting.
Never forget, though, the lights are going.
There's ghosts.
I mean, I'm sure as a journalist you travel around a lot, which enables me to ask Josh's feeble question.
This is the question we ask all of our guests.
Oh yeah, go on. Is it? Oh no, I thought you.
I was just going to say. You said it would enable me to ask it, but I won't.
I'm not going to.
Josh, ask your question.
So we've asked this to Rob Drain before as well. What is your go-to food or drink when you enter a service station?
That is a good question.
Thanks.
It depends. To be honest, I'll only stop at one that's got a McDonald's, really.
Really?
It's not Burger King's where you have to pay £15.
It's not doing Burger King's doing.
I mean, I'm going to, at the risk of damaging any chance of a future brand deal, Burger King can do one. I had a Burger King this morning. It was dreadful.
Yeah, it's always cold.
Burger King can do one. That's the quote, by the way, for the episode.
I'd say so, yeah. Burger King can do
Big
one.
Mac.
You're a Big Mac man.
Yeah. Well, you can't beat it, can you?
You absolutely can't beat a Big Mac, I'm afraid. Yeah, I hate to say it.
Definitely.
Okay.
If you go to a McDonald's, Josh, and I'm with you, and you order a meal and you get it medium, I will not talk to you for a week.
I always get a medium.
Always get a medium?
Yeah.
Bruv. I don't know, this is one of those things where I started saying it ironically and now it's part of my vocabulary. It just depends how nice the person who's doing your fries fills it up.
It's not an automated thing.
No, it will differ, but like I say, Burger King can do one, so
Fair enough.
It's Mackey's all day long for me.
Okay.
If I'm getting a burger.
Right.
The best fast food. Actually, I was going to say it's KFC, but I'm quite partial to a Subway.
Oh, I love a
We
Subway.
had this conversation on the way up today.
We did. After I'd left my Astros.
You did.
In Burger King.
After PK, which made us turn around. But we saw the light and a gap in the market.
We did.
We mentioned about a pork-based fast food restaurant.
Right.
You've got chicken, you've got your burgers, but you don't have your pork.
You don't have your pork.
That's
And
true,
There's
actually.
a gap in the market.
Yeah.
We're thinking, you get chicken nuggets. Everyone likes a chicken nugget.
Yeah.
What about a pork belly nugget?
Or a sausage.
Or a sausage?
Thoughts, Lewis?
Well, yeah, I can't think of a pork specific.
No.
I might work to. We've had pork belly nugget.
I'm just thinking little chunks of pork belly. I love pork belly.
Okay.
And I will quite often, if my other half has gone out for the night, I don't go out. I'm a very boring person, really. So she'll go out for a night. That means I've got the house to myself, so I'll put the Xbox on, play a bit of FIFA. For dinner that night, I'm just having pork belly.
Fair enough.
Nothing else. I'm just banging it in the
Quick
oven.
and easy, pork in your belly.
Pork in your belly, indeed.
And,
Bosh.
I love it.
Bosh, yeah. So Lewis, let's actually start with proper conversation, I guess, rather than just takeaways.
Rather than just talking about food.
Yeah. So how did you get started with both journalism, sports, and
sport journalism?
And sport journalism? The two rolled into one.
I'm from Australia, so I studied journalism in Brisbane.
Oh wow.
And then worked for a bit as a travel writer, but wanted to do sport and thought I'll give it a go in England. So I moved over, did some more study in Manchester, and been looking for doing freelance work. But, So I got the job at the Gazette in August, and so far so good. But yeah, that's a very brief story. Yeah.
So were you born in Brisbane?
Yeah.
Oh,
right.
awesome.
Yeah.
I've got family, not in Brisbane at all actually, but just family in Australia.
Yeah.
My cousins are from Adelaide.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know how close they are.
Nothing's close to anything.
No,
in
I'd
Australia.
So like a 4-hour flight.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
As you can tell, I'm not very well travelled.
I mean, what's life like, coming, obviously, as you said, 2 different places, 4-hour flight apart. What's it like coming here and sort of having everything sort of almost linked?
It's peculiar, really, because in Australia people won't be bothered about the 4-hour flight if they have to go see somebody. But obviously you drive or get the train here, and people are complaining or worried about the 4-hour train from here to, Manchester. It's a bit of a pain in the neck.
Yeah.
But
So, I mean, a 4-hour flight from Bristol, you could get halfway across Europe.
Yeah.
You can get to Spain and back.
Can
Yeah.
you? Yeah, and back.
Yeah, I'm back.
Ah.
Yeah, because it's
About
2 hours.
2 hours, 2.5 hours.
I'm going to be honest, not a big flight fan.
No.
I hate flying, I'm not going to lie.
So you said that actually.
I'm a bit like Dennis Bergkamp.
I was,
Not flying podcast man.
I was excited about the prospect of the FA Cup before
Right.
Western ruined that for us.
Yeah.
They ruined a lot of things.
Yeah.
I like
I like football.
Lovely.
Yeah. Just the TikTok, there we go.
And we were talking about, obviously, newcomers to the FA Cup this season, Jersey Bulls. And we were talking about the prospect of drawing them in a round and having to take a flight as the media team.
Yeah.
And I was thinking purely content, it's going to be great.
That would, yeah.
But you boys were like, no, I'll get the ferry.
Well, yeah,
The boat. Yeah.
the boat.
I think that'd be a great TikTok. Boat versus plane.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
a little
Top Gear
challenge.
That's it.
Do a race.
Lads, someone write that down.
What if
Do I have a pen?
we make a car into a boat?
I'm going to be honest, I don't think we've got the facilities for that.
No, we've only just got microphones down. I don't think the budget's going to allow it.
The Persian might struggle across the channel.
Unfortunately, the media team can't be here today because they're dead.
It was like when was it? I can't remember if it was Bath City or Bath Rugby. They got stuck in the traffic and they missed the first half of the game.
Oh, really?
I cannot remember who it was against. I think it was
They
either.
scored quite a few then.
I think they did end up winning actually. So yeah, just imagine that.
Half time.
Yeah, only 2-0. There's no one else. There's no goalkeeper. They're terrible.
Yeah.
Awful.
So Lewis, so when it comes to like football and stuff, do you have a Premier League team? Do you have an Australian football team that you follow at all? Or
Yeah, I follow the Brisbane Roar. That's my team.
They
Go on.
had an interesting manager appointed recently, did they not? Oh, a couple of years back now. Was it
Yeah, they had Robbie Fowler.
Robbie Fowler? Yeah, was
Interesting.
Oh.
Yeah, big name manager. Yeah.
Yeah.
They had the manager when I used to go season ticket holder was Ange Postecoglou, who's at Celtic now. So he's grown strength to strength, really. Hasn't he, there?
I always find it a strange one when players obviously decide to go play in Australia. Obviously, Australia as a country is very out of the way. I mean, we saw that with the coronavirus, how they and sort of New Zealand sort of
Shut off.
had good, almost shut off, and how they are almost out of the way, in which it's not like you look at England and it's sort of everyone goes through it to go elsewhere. It's very strange when you see footballers. I mean, obviously a fantastic country. It must be more like for the. Do you think it's more for the lifestyle that players and managers go that way?
The warmer weather definitely helps.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess you do get a lot of people probably at this sort of level who could go and fit in the A-League. I could be wrong, I might be outdated there, but I'd love to see a match, like a friendly game between Taunton or teams at this level against those A-League sides.
I reckon we put it out here then, lads, official from the podcast, Brisbane Raw, if you fancy it.
Coming down.
We haven't got much of a
Taunton.
budget.
Yeah, we won't pay for your flights.
Yeah, you're going to have to pay for it, but
Come on,
I mean, I know
Westby Avenue.
Ollie Bassett, who plays for Dorchester.
Yeah.
He's now in Canada playing.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's a similar sort of story in which he's playing in massive stadiums on a good budget.
Yeah.
Over in Canada, and it just shows that how some countries aren't as
Developed.
gifted, I suppose, or
it's
developed as
peculiar,
far as
really.
football, but they're so into it and it being their Premier Division,
Yeah.
you can sort of hype them up a bit more.
I mean, you think of Taunton Town players that have played in Australia as well. People like Ross Daly. Did Dan Sullivan have a stint over in Australia as well?
I think someone did. Another player did.
Yeah. So that's it. I suppose and as you say, Lewis, like the skills in the A-League potentially, or a step down from that, are easily transferable to something like non-league.
Well, that's where I'd put it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's what makes it bizarre is in the same team where there's non-league level players as such, maybe League Two, League One, but there's also then what's his name? Del Piero was playing at one point.
Yeah.
So it's like in the same team you've got.
It's weird, isn't it?
Sometimes not even at the end of their career, like Daniel Sturridge is over there at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in the same team, you've got some top quality players, you'd say, with youth talent from Australia, which is a good thing that they're promoting the youth. But I think, kind of just an odd setup. Might limit the league's progression, but like you said, Dan, they might just be happy with that product.
Yeah.
I mean, it was similar with the MLS, really. I mean, they always talk about Messi and Ronaldo ending up in the MLS for the reason of, I mean, it's slightly different because they always talk about the big pay package they get alongside it. But I suppose it's a way of sort of a change of lifestyle, sort of trying to step away from it almost.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I have a favourite Australian football team.
Go on.
Wollongong Wolves.
Oh,
I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. But I got the shirt in a
Is it
surprise
Wollongong?
shirt.
Wollongong, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're in the second tier, I would say.
Second tier, yeah. So they're semi-professional in the second
Yes.
tier, aren't they?
Yeah.
But I got their shirt from a surprise shirt box.
Brilliant.
So
That is
follow
very
them on
nifty.
Twitter, keep an eye on them. It's a tidy little shirt, to be fair.
Speaking of surprise football shirts and boxes and stuff, shout out surprise shirts as well, because
Big up.
I recently, funnily enough, it came on my birthday, the actual parcel indeed. So I got Las Palmas, who are in the second division of Spanish football, so semi-professional, and it was the third kit from last season. It's pink. It is amazing.
It's
I'm
lovely.
just
Tell you what,
Stand out.
Dan, in the end,
yeah.
can you chuck up a photo of him wearing the kit?
Potentially.
Thank you.
I mean, it doesn't work on Spotify.
Well, yeah. And for the benefit of the audio
listeners.
listeners, head over to YouTube, basically, if you want to see Josh wearing a pink shirt.
Yeah.
It looks very...
That's enticing, isn't it?
For those that will not go and look.
Yeah.
Very similar to the old shirt from our previous home shirt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pink.
Yeah, exactly.
It's as pink as you can get.
It's hot pink,
Yeah.
and I describe that as the person wearing it as well. So
It is,
anyway,
it's a lovely shirt.
thank you.
As a journalist, you've been to plenty of games. Obviously, I met you when you were last here for Truro, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
What has been just the most mental thing that happened whilst you've been at a game that you've been
Mental
there for?
thing?
I'm talking, because obviously I saw on Twitter, I don't know if you boys saw it, the media guy from Yeovil, I don't know his name,
Sam Collard.
Sam Collins,
Yeah.
was offered a fight by the opposition manager.
Yeah, the Bromley manager. Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw that.
Has anything like that ever happened to you? Have you
No,
ever
not to me, no.
Rob Dre's never
Rob Dre's
told us
just-
swear up?
I mean, I wouldn't recommend it.
No,
Recent conversation.
Yeah, he's a master.
He is.
He is.
He is a master.
He'll take you to Western and he'll pull you past.
Quotable. No, has Rob J just not gone? What's that question, Lewis? Bang, headbutt.
No, not trying to piss anybody off.
No, fair enough.
I mean, is there one moment this happened on the pitch that you'll remember? I mean, even
Yeah, it was. I don't want to get the distance wrong, but Dan Sullivan scored maybe it was over a month ago now, a Tuesday night game,
Okay, yeah.
and that goal, I was like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I seen when I watched the highlights, like going through your back catalogue on YouTube of games from years gone by. He does that quite a lot. Doesn't
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very familiar with the...
That's it.
He knows how to score a very pretty
I tell you
goal.
what, actually, Ollie Chamberlain as well scored a cracker early in the season.
against
Yes,
Bristol City.
Bristol City under
Yeah.
23s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In a pre-season friendly.
that was it.
First minute and that was it for the game. But,
Yeah.
I mean,
What a goal.
Worth the
Take
ticket
the
fee
money.
alone. wasn't
Yeah,
it?
exactly.
I suppose you spoke to Rob. Was he teaching him to take long range shots or something like? Because a few of the lads have got it, even at that Truro game. Jay Fulson's goal was from like 25 yards. Or
yeah,
whatever.
he's
I mean,
they're not afraid to shoot.
No.
That's right.
I mean, there have been games where they have maybe not had as many shots as possible. I mean, there's games when players, really struggle up against it with defenders. I mean, we've seen it at Hendon. It's like shooting at a brick wall sometimes. But I mean, sometimes you have a game where they just can't miss.
Yeah.
They scored some sensational goals. I mean, Toby Holmes against Beaconsfield.
Yeah.
Ross Daly as well against Beaconsfield. They've scored 2 cracking
That's
goals.
the thing, and you have those kind of games like the 7-0 against Cheltenham Town. That was last season's pre-season.
Before, possibly, yeah.
Before, yeah. So that's it. Is you have those moments where you maybe do go on a dry spell, and then you end up against Beaconsfield 7-1.
Yeah.
So with that thought, we're half an hour away from kick-off against Poole Town. Chat amongst yourselves. I do need the toilet. All right, so I'm just gonna venture. Oh, wait, what?
Fair enough, mate. I thought
What
you were
was the confused
I thought you were
look
going
for?
to lead into something.
No.
You're like, oh, with that thought
Nope.
about scoring great goals,
No.
I'm going to go for a wee.
No, I need.
Jimmy Whiz.
I was going to say I need my Jimmy Whiz. I'll be back in a second.
But yeah,
But I also think, as well as the long range efforts, like Jake Wannell and Nick Grimes, are getting up for corners almost at ease, really.
Yeah, I mean the defenders, especially Jake Winnell recently, has been scoring a lot of goals. Kings Langley, a couple of West Ham as well. So yeah, I mean he's been doing fantastically well, and I think the football that Rob Gray's getting them to play now, sometimes it's long ball, but that's what happens on pitches, like this. Going back to you going from Australia, what was the decision that you thought you wanted to move sort of this way?
Wanted to work in football, sport, and I thought I'm young enough, why not really? There wasn't much thought process other than that.
No, I mean, what's the quality of the media like in Australia?
Oh, it's fine,
Like that? I mean, is it sort of...
It's very good, I'd say.
Yeah.
And the sport over there is rugby league, rugby union, cricket. I mean, it's top quality media coverage, definitely. And it wasn't that I didn't want to work there for any reason. It was just I really like my football, and obviously England's where you need to be. In my head, that's what I thought.
Yeah, of course.
And I went for it. All my family's still in Brisbane. I've obviously made a few friends. So yeah, got a new family in that way. But yeah, I just went for it, mate. Yeah, it's kind of okay.
nice. I don't think I could do that purely because of the weather. I think if I'd gotten used to Australian weather and then I came here mid-November, it's freezing.
You
I'd be
wonder what
in
on earth
tears.
you're doing, yeah.
Yeah, that is the tricky part.
Always back, we'll have to stop talking
So,
about
I was going to say, have you chatted shit about me? What's that?
Like for Christmas over here, you guys are coats, jumpers, hats for a roast dinner. Whereas in odds, everyone's in bikinis and swimmers, and they're by the pool playing cricket and having a pint. And it's just polar opposite. That is a big thing that I like. For my first Christmas in the UK, I was like, this is odd. This is weird.
This is not Speedo weather.
My other half went over to Australia to stay with her sister for Christmas before we got together, and she said exactly the same thing. She's like, it's so strange. Christmas Day, going swimming, and sort of going to the beach in the morning, and like she couldn't quite get her head around it.
No, I can't imagine that.
I mean, you might want to go swimming on Christmas, but my little soldier wouldn't be the biggest on that day.
It's almost inverted. I guess.
Welcome to
I mean,
episode
some
2.
people do. I mean, I know
They
Bournemouth.
do the Boxing Day thing.
Yeah, Bournemouth, they do the whole run into the sea.
Yeah.
I mean, some people in Scotland, I know, they just jump
That's
into the
mental.
lakes
Yeah.
up there, but I
Fresh
think I preferably do it in Australia.
Yeah, well, in the summer, definitely. You're
Yeah.
looking at like 40 degrees.
Glorious.
Outside.
I mean, what are the winters, inverted commas, like in...
It's still cold, but it's all relative, obviously. They're cold because everyone over there's used to a really hot summer.
So you mean like summer here is like winter over there?
Yeah,
Like,
which it's odd.
18 degrees.
Yeah.
A good
Put
way
your
to
woolly
sum it
hat
up
on.
is there was like this government energy saving campaign to save
Okay.
money on your bills years ago that said when it's really hot, set your air conditioning to 24 degrees to cool down. That was like their slogan. So everyone in Australia is sat in 24 degrees and be like, oh, this is nice. This is... But over here, 24 degrees, everyone's at the local park, having a picnic in the park.
Heating bills going to
Yeah, that's true.
Me. I think, lads, if we make this one a little bit of a quick one, because obviously we're getting close to kick-off and we've got stuff to do.
I mean, what are your predictions? I know it's going to be out a couple of weeks or a week, so...
I was going to say, this is going to come out, so again, this is recorded just after we've spoken to Rob Dre.
Yeah.
So this is going to be coming out when we are away to
Well,
4th of December.
I can never remember.
Mhm.
And I think that we've won both of the games that the podcast.
I mean,
we beat Paul emphatically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said, 15 goals, you said?
15-0,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Okay.
It was sensational. And I think we get 16
West
away. Oh, at Western.
Yeah,
we
Western
lose.
in
We lost at Western.
Okay, fair.
Let's not be ridiculous.
Yeah.
We did score 16 against Bolton Casuals.
Okay, right. Lewis, predictions for the next 3 games?
Today, Poole, I think it'll be 2-0 Taunton.
Okay, I like that.
think, is it Josh Thomas who's gone to Western?
Yes, yeah.
I don't think he'll play well on Tuesday night.
I think he might even be cup time.
Oh,
He
I
might
see.
be, yeah.
I see.
So yeah.
Yeah,
I think that'll be a tough game though, Western, as we all expect.
always is.
So I'm not sure about that, but I think Bolton Casuals, I'll go out there and say Jay Fulson scores in the 84th to win 1-0.
1-0. I like that.
That is a good prediction.
That's bold. I like it,
Oh,
Lewis.
I know. I mean, we're talking 2 weeks ahead, so
And there's also nothing on the line, so you know.
I'm going to wrap it up with this
Go
question.
for it.
And I think it's a very interesting question, one that we probably should have asked Rob Drake.
Mm.
Who's the best footballer of all time?
of all time, or it's close, but probably Aaron Moy.
See, now I was going to say Mark Noble. And I think we're on the same wave.
Okay.
I hope we're on the same wave.
Was that
Mark
Mark Noble?
Nobler.
You haven't touched your Mark Noble.
One of the funniest things I've ever
That
seen.
one's good. Yeah.
Aaron Moy, is that you going with that?
He's just my favourite footballer of all time. Yeah.
I mean, I'm an Everton fan, so a big fan of Tim Cahill.
Yeah.
Very big fan
He
of
knew
Tim
how to
Cahill.
score a goal
Yeah.
with his head.
And punch a corner flag.
Yeah.
Me being a Chelsea fan, Didier Drogba. That is my go-to.
In all seriousness,
Yeah.
Drogba.
the best
Drogba.
footballer of all time. Probably Rob Drake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say Jake Crump
I'm gonna be
signing
honest.
for.
Well,
Peacocks.
yeah, I didn't have great time. I did my ACL straight away.
Oh, did you? Well,
Yeah, was that knee slide?
yeah.
You say that the first little sprint. So this is in reference to a TikTok.
Yeah.
I shot that today. I did that first little sprint past the camera and hit my neck. My neck really hurts.
Your neck?
Yeah, I don't know how. I think it's because I'm wobbling so much when I run. And if you
It was a
watch it,
stabiliser.
if you go back and see the TikTok, it's not a good look, is it, lads? Like my gut just sort of moves independently to the rest of me when I'm moving. So I think a shockwave went up, and it sort of stopped at my neck, and my neck took all the force, and
Well,
I'm incapacitated.
no, you've learned for next time.
Yeah, don't run.
Don't run. On that note, we're going to wrap it up. Thank you everyone for listening and watching. If you're, well, I suppose not.
Subscribe on YouTube.
Yeah.
Follow on Spotify. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts.
Yes, and give us a 5-star rating. Also, Lewis, any final words before we end here?
No, not really.
Fair enough.
Shout out your socials.
Go on.
Oh, well, yeah, if you can be bothered to follow, it's at Lewis Wiseman 1. But yeah, I work for the Somerset County Gazette, so give them a follow on Twitter, Facebook, whatever. Yeah, that'd be good.
Well,
Love
thanks
it.
for joining us, Lewis, and I think that's episode 2 wrapped up.
We will speak to you very soon. Take care.
Cheers, lads. Thank you very much. That was a good one.
Hey.